Namaskar. Welcome to Clyde Samvada brought to you by the Hindu Temple of Scotland. Today we are recording another special episode at a special venue. You must have seen this venue before with us, but also today we have another chance to be at DGAI Ven, and today we have the sponsor of the venue with us.
Namaskar.
Namaskar Ranjith, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
So today's episode, just for our audience, is going to be a follow-up episode. Ranjith previously has talked to us about Edekya, the divine instrument. He explained to us what the instrument is about, how is it played, and how to keep it. Because it's a sanctum sanctorium, I should say, of the instruments, one of them. So it's pretty pure. So how to keep it and all these things. It was explained in the episode 5, and the link to the episode will be in the description. Today we are following up on the series of our Carnatic music and the knowledge of it. And today Ranjith is going to explain to us about Sopana Sangeetam, which is a sub-branch of Carnatic music. So Ranjith, please take us to the journey.
Thank you. Namaskaram to everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about Sopana Sangeetam, which I have already touched on episode 5, as Rishabh mentioned earlier on. Sopana Sangeetam is a very distinctive feature, a style of music, which normally performed in the temples of Kerala. And the history of Sopana Sangeetam goes back to 4th to 10th century. It is considered to be an extended version from the Dravidian music. It has its style coming from both Carnatic and folklores. In the temples of Kerala, during the rituals, they perform Sopana Sangeetam, and they sing different types of songs which comes from different ragas. So Sopana Sangeetam, to start with, Sopanam means steps.
Oh, okay.
Sopanam is steps, which leads you to the inner sanctum. So that means to the shrine, to the deities. And a performer perform this art in front of these steps, and you probably will see that in some of the videos which is coming up in the back. So a person who play Edekya, and they sing this song as well. Right now what you see at the back is that the steps.
So these steps.
Yes.
Oh. So is there like a specific steps or just steps as Sopana?
Steps that leads to the shrine and to the deities. So during the pujas, a performer who plays Edekya, that's the instrument there, stand in front of the steps, and they sing different types of ragas and songs. And that will actually, it is part of one of the kshetra kalas, the temple arts, which comes from Kerala.
So having it named as like a Sopana, as you said, the steps. So from bottom to the top, does it have a significance in the music itself, like how the steps works?
The style of singing is different.
Okay.
And normally it starts with a slow pace, and it reach its tempo will be raised, and then it finish off with that. When the shrines, the doors are open, it will go to the tempo pace, and then the performer will complete the performance in there. If you look at it, they normally start with an ala, which is very similar to Carnatic music. In Carnatic music, a performer always starts with an ala as well. During that ala, they also sing a couple of slokas, and in that sloka will be for that particular deity in that shrine. So if it is Lord Muruga, then a sloka based on Lord Muruga. If it is Krishna, then it's Krishna. And they either choose to sing a song which is semi-classical kind of a song, or sometimes they use Jayadeva Ashtavalis. And that is another topic we will discuss later.
Obviously, on. Yes. I was just going to ask, what's that? Okay, thank you for mentioning. It's another episode.
Yes, that would be another episode for us to discuss on Jayadeva Ashtavalis. Nowadays, they have something called Thyani as well.
Okay.
And Thyani is a particular format of a song that is created based on sloga and that particular deity and in that particular temple. and they use that for particular rituals. They have to sing Dhyani. So there is something called Shiveli. When in temples, that means in the morning and in the evening, they take the deity and go for a procession around the temple. That's called Shiveli in Kerala. And during that time, a performer could sing Dhyani to kind of to appreciate the beauty of that deity in that particular ritual.
Okay, and so as I have never been to like Karnataka or even the southern regions of the Indian mainland, so when you say about the Sopana, this Sangeetam, so as this is a sub part, if in my understanding right now, it's a sub part of the Carnatic classical music. Is it a sub part of it, or is it just like parallel to it?
It is in its own style.
Okay, it's in own.
It has its own distinctive style.
Okay, so do we have a story of the origin of the style, like how it got originated,
Yes.
and
Yes.
if you can please take us through the journey?
It comes from the temple arts form.
Okay.
During the Dravidian music, there was different types of folk songs, and Carnatic music were starting merging. So this is kind of an amalgamation of different styles which came and taken to the Kerala temples, and they perform in there. The ragas, some of the ragas which is used in there is also very interesting to learn as well. So some of the ragas, they classified them as Kottipadi Seva in temple.
What is
So that
Kottipadi?
means Kotti is playing an instrument,
Okay.
playing the drums. Padi means singing,
Okay.
and Seva means service.
Yes, I guess, yeah.
So during the rituals, a
Mhm.
performer, Kottipadi Seva is what it happens during there.
Okay.
For this, in Kerala temples, there is about 5 pujas or rituals happens in every temple, irrespective of what day it is.
Oh.
365 days this happens
Every day.
every day.
Wow.
And if it is a big temple, there is more pujas in there.
Okay.
Smaller temple like big
Minimum
temple,
is 5.
Yeah, minimum is 5. And this goes on dawn, morning, late morning, and then noon, then night.
Okay.
So it always starts with Usha Puja
Mhm.
in the morning,
Mhm.
and when it's at the dawn, and they use the raga Desaki
Okay.
for that. So the thala is based on Tripura thala.
Okay.
Okay. Then in the morning there is something called Edurtha Puja. So in the sunrise,
Mhm.
and then Edurtha Puja is there. They use a raga called Srikhandi,
Okay.
and they use Tripura thala
Mhm.
here as well. Then late morning there is Pandiradi Puja, and for Pandiradi Puja they use Nalanda
Okay.
raga, and then Rupaga thala.
Okay.
Then in the noon Ucha Puja, that they use Malahari
Mhm.
raga, and in Rupaga thala. And if for some reason, because there is a festive period and the puja is delayed in the afternoon, if delayed they use Ahari ragam in Tirupatala.
Okay.
And for Deeparadhana, for in the evening, they have Samanda Malahari ragam in Tirupatala. And at night for Atara Puja, they have used Natha raga or Bauli raga in Tirupatala. And on special days, like on Pradosha, Pradosha days, they use Andali ragam with Chemba ragam. So there are different time-specific ragas they use for different pujas in the temple.
So the ragas remain same irrespective of the deities.
Yes.
Okay, irrespective, but the system remains
The
same.
system remains the same.
Okay.
They normally try to use the same format.
And is there like a specific reasons? Because I like little bit the relation that I can relate to is I know the names of the ragas because I did 2 years of classical music, just the theoretical part of it.
Yes.
So I know the names of the ragas, just the names. So the reason why in the morning there is a specific rag or that rag only, and in the like afternoon or noon, and do we have a reason for why these only rags are used in the specific time periods?
It's basically, all ragas have different expressions and different emotions sort of it. And the performer is trying to enhance the experience of the audience who is actually visiting the temple by giving that particular ragas during that time.
Okay.
Why do you use certain ragas? Why not we use the same raga for the entire Carnatic, concept?
Yeah.
Why do we use different things?
So is it like the one in the dawn is like a waking up kind of thing?
Yes.
And the
one
one in
expression
the
is like you're waking up and it's just giving you kind of energy. In the evening, if for Athara Puja, it should be something very mild and which is going to
just tone down the day, and now it's
in some places as well. So some songs like Harivarasanam,
Okay.
why do they perform at the night? That is more or less like a lullaby.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So there is the emotions are different.
So following on that, what else is like for me? It's the first time I've heard the name.
Yes.
As when we walked into the venue and you said, okay, this is the topic today. I was like, okay, let's go into that. What else is something that we should know of this particular type of music? So for how long have you been like listening to this? If your personal experience you can share with us.
I was raised very close to the temples.
Okay.
I was born in Kerala and brought up in Tamil Nadu. And every day I used to wake up with Sopana Sangeetam, and when I go to bed, I hear this as well since my childhood. So naturally, that has gave me some kind of it influenced me to learn this art form as well. For the last 10 years, I've been performing this in Hindu Temple of Scotland, in Rutherglen. And in India, there is only particular caste people can perform this in temple. So there is a group called the Mara. They have this hereditary thing to perform in one place. So they just take that, follow that tradition,
Absolutely,
carry that
yes.
forward.
Yeah.
Recently, very over the last 10 years, if I say, this type of art form is coming out now. So due to the influence of social media, everyone start learning as well. So it is not for one particular caste, it's everyone is performing it across. Even now, if you go to Sabarimala or Guruvayur, there is particular families who is holding the tradition of doing this. But now, outside, everyone is performing this.
Yeah, it's like obviously, like let's say if I have been in the same position where we see the reasons, like people generally tend to not understand why the caste people only were following it, because it's intrinsic quality. Their DNA even has the that imprinted the music, right? Now somebody coming out and going to learn, it is gonna take some.
Yes.
It's 12 years is I think so the minimum in like if I were to see the Vedic system is the 12 years kind of schooling you need to do.
Yes.
So if somebody has gone to just that specific type of Sangeet, going to learn 12 years,
Yes.
we are okay to accept them.
Yes.
But before that, you should better not to claim.
Exactly. I should also mention about some prominent figures who actually promoted this art form.
Yeah, sure.
Who took this from the temple, outside the temple. There's a legend called Nyarlathi Ramapuduvar, based in Palakkad district. And his son, Nyarlathi Harigovindan, he is the person who actually take this out from temple and taking it to the social media and street.
Global platform.
In fact, he kind of constructed a temple in there where Edakya is the deity. There is no other deities there, just Edakya. So the first in the world and probably the only
temple
in the world
Edakya.
with an instrument as a deity is done by Harigovindan. And the reason for that is for him to bring this art form out. And his dad is Nyarlathi Ramapuduvar, who was very prominent here. Now you probably see the pictures of some prominent figures going in the back. You have Elur Biju, who is in there as well. Ambalappuzha Vijay Kumar. They all are like prominent figures in taking Sopana Sangeetam outside as well. There is an interesting aspect now which added as well. This was predominantly performed by male, and the gender equality is also coming to this area as well.
Okay.
Now females, they are also performing this art form as well. There is you probably see that in YouTube as well. Quite a lot of girls are coming forward to play Edakya and perform this art.
Grand. Thank you so much, Ranjith, for sharing such knowledge with us. Something that I never even heard of, and we will surely follow up with 2-3 episodes in between the things that you have definitely mentioned in this.
Yes.
And we hope our audience also liked the episode and they have come to know about lesser known things, as you said about the temple in itself, which is just an instrument temple. When was this established though?
It's about 5 years.
5 years been, and where is it exactly in India?
It's in Palakkad district.
Okay, and is it like far away from your place or?
No. I belong to Palakkad and Thrissur area, so it's there.
Great. Is there anything else that we don't know about and you would like to add just before I give the closing speech?
There is more for us to learn anyway, so we can do that in further episodes.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ranjith. Thank you for the wonderful knowledge that you shared with us. And namaskaram, and thank you to all our listeners. Thank you for joining us. We'll tune in back. Thank you.
Thank you.